When I was 8 years old, I told Santa that what I wanted more than anything else in the entire world was the Disney VIP dolls. And almost 15 years later, I still never got them. Hey, what's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. On this channel, we like to talk about the doll news and all the doll mess going on in the doll world currently. And if that sounds like the type of content that you are interested in, then feel free to check out my other videos on my YouTube channel. Now, today's video is going to be a little bit different because there's something that's been on my mind a lot lately, and I just thought it would be really fun to make a video about it. So I'm pretty sure a lot of you aren't really familiar with the Disney VIP dolls. Some probably do know what it is, but they don't really give a shit about it. And a lot of y'all, like I said, probably never knew that this even existed. But I did, and I was eating this shit up. Like, these were like my holy grails as a kid. I remember being very heartbroken when I was little about not getting these, like, at all, not even getting to see one like in person. I still to this day have yet to see a Disney VIP doll like in box. Somewhere along the line, I think I was about like 19 at this point, I decided to order one offline. It was like Rocky and Cece, and it was in a lot for $120. And the only reason why I got them is because like they were that cheap. Like, usually they're expensive. Like, they're very expensive. But I don't really want to buy them like out of box and secondhand again, because I feel like that'll ruin the experience like it did the first time. When I got them, I was very shocked about like how small they were. I thought that they were like the same scale as like Monster High dolls and Ever After High dolls, just because they look just like them. But no, they're actually like, I want to say like 2/3 of the size. And that shocked me. About a year ago, I started watching Starting with a Chance again because I was seeing clips on TikTok, and I was just like, I remember I loved this show so much as a kid. You know what? I need something new to watch. Why not watch Starting with a Chance over again? And by the end of the show, I was so shocked about like how much I still really enjoyed that show. I love Sonny with a Chance. That's literally my favorite show in history, and it has been for the past like, what, like 15 years. When did it come out? It's been about 15 years, right? I think, yeah, I think so. I love Sonny with a Chance, especially just because like Demi Lovato. And when I was little, like around the ages of like 8 to 12, I think Demi Lovato was like my favorite person in the whole wide world. Like, you couldn't tell me shit about that woman. That was like my wife, my idol, my everything. I love me some fucking Demi Lovato. But yeah, one day I was just thinking like, I really wish that I had a Demi Lovato doll. I just feel like that's missing from my life. And so I was like, oh, well, she has one. You know, there's the Camp Rock one, but she's ugly as shit. I had one, and yeah, I wasn't really feeling her. It don't really look anything like her either. But there was another one that I remember, and I was like, ooh, let me see if they still got, oh, hold on, wait. She doesn't exist. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's the Sonny with a Chance Disney VIP doll that was canceled. She never got released with the main lineup of Disney VIP dolls. Now, I know a lot of y'all probably like, you keep talking about these Disney VIP bitches, but like, we still don't know what the fuck that is. So for the girlies that don't, I'm getting ready to explain and, you know, give you all the background information about them really quickly. In the fall of 2011, Mattel partnered with Disney to release a doll line called the Disney VIP dolls. Each doll in this line was inspired by a popular show or movie that was on Disney at the time. When the first wave of dolls officially released, there were 5 of them, but there was originally supposed to be 6. So the 5 that did get released was Hannah, Alex, Sharpay, Rocky, and Cece. But the 6th one that was going to be released with them was Sonny. But they ended up scrapping her because she ended up leaving her show around that time. Now, to me personally, I don't understand why that meant that they had to cancel her doll, because she did have 2 seasons of a popular show, and she also had 2 movies. A lot of people was loving Demi Lovato. This doll would have sold very well. So I don't understand why they felt like just because she left Stani with a chance, they had to like axe her doll from this lineup. That was really stupid to me. But I'm guessing on their end, they just felt like maybe it would, save money. Like, why are we releasing a doll of somebody who's no longer working with Disney at this moment? Instead of like paying homage to her and her greatness and everything that she has contributed to Disney being what it is today. But you know what? I'm not even gonna get into all of that. I'm gonna try and stay on task because I could go on a whole rant about why I'm mad they never produced this doll. But anyways, shortly after the main 5 dolls were released, they released 2 fashion packs, one for Hannah and one for Alex. The one for Hannah featured outfits from season 4 of Hannah Montana, and the one for Alex featured outfits from season 3 of Wizards of Waverly Place. But there was actually supposed to be a 3rd fashion pack for Sharpay that featured outfits from the movie Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure. And it came with her dog too. Now, what's crazy is I literally just found out about this as I was like digging and deep diving into like, the history of Disney VIP dolls. And now I'm even more pissed than I was before because this should have been released. Not only is this better than the Hannah and Alex one put together, but like it just would have been dope to have like more Sharpay Evans clothes because I always loved like her fashion sense. All the gays did. Pink, glitter, yes please, yes God, okay? And it come with her dog. Like, how could you not give us this? Like, this is actually like a real crime. And that little pair of heels is cute as fuck to me. But Sharpay was actually supposed to get a second doll as well that they ended up canceling for some reason. She was supposed to be a part of the wave 2 of this doll line. But yeah, like I said, they just never released her. And there's no reason as to why, or nobody knows the reason. She just never got released. Now, I'm not like too upset about that because the outfit, it wasn't really much. She was just in a simple pink dress like she was in her first wave, except this time, it looks a bit less quality than it was in the first wave. The dress is hot pink instead of bubblegum pink like her first dress. And she has a white or silver belt in this outfit, opposed to her first doll, which had a black belt. So anyway, the second Sharpay doll was axed, but the rest of wave 2 was released. The official second wave for the Disney VIP dolls was released somewhere in like mid 2012, and this line included another Alex, another Rocky, and another Cece. They came with completely new outfits that was also inspired by what they wore in their shows. They then also added 2 new characters to this lineup. The first character would be Teddy Duncan from Good Luck Charlie, and then China Parks from Ant Farm. Those 2 were actually the last dolls that Disney ever produced for Disney VIP. After that, I'm guessing they just didn't sell well, which surprises me kind of, but I'm going to talk about that a little bit more towards the end. But yeah, after those 2, they decided to just scrap the project and that they wouldn't be releasing any more dolls for this line. Now, there actually was going to be a 3rd line that was going to feature a few of the characters in very different outfits than what we've seen them in before. So wave 3, I believe, was actually rumored to be called Get Glam, and it featured Alex, Rocky, and Cece in short dresses and glam-like attire. Now, I believe that these were also inspired by certain episodes. Like, I remember there was one episode of Shake It Up where Rocky and Cece were like trying to get into this party, but they had to look older and they wore outfits that was very similar to this. I can't really think of where they would have gotten the inspiration for Alex's outfit from. If you have an idea, tell me in the comments below. Now, I don't know if these were going to be the only 3 dolls in this line or if they were planning to add more a bit more down the line, but they were the only 3 that I could find information on, and they're the only 3 that have like official stock photos. So I'm just going to guess that they probably were the only 3 that was going to be in this line. So like I said, they came with a nice little updo. They came with the short dresses, and they came with a keychain. I don't know what the keychain was for or what was on it, but as you can see in the pictures, they came with a keychain. I think these dolls are really cute, and in all honesty, I just wish that this whole doll line was treated better by the public, and the doll community just in general. I can only assume that the reason why they kept scrapping stuff and why they canceled the line like after only a year is because people weren't really buying them. And I hate that. I hate that the girls didn't love it as much as I did, just because this whole thing, like the entire concept of this is right up my alley. Like having dolls of my favorite characters from like my favorite shows as a kid, it just like I said, I was eating that up. I'm still eating it up now, and I'm actually working on trying to collect all of the dolls that I never got to have. Only thing is, I really wanted that fucking Sonny with a Chance doll, and I hate that I will never get to have it. And then the fact that there's only like one picture for her, like there's no actual official stock photo for the Sonny with a Chance doll. The only picture of her is in that picture with the full six that was initially supposed to release. And that just, I'm sorry, that it kills me. It really, really does. Like, we don't even get to see what her box would have looked like. It's devastating. But you know what? I'm grown now, and I can always learn how to make my own custom. So maybe I'll do that. But anyway, I would love to know how y'all felt about these dolls and this doll line being canceled. And if you were actually there while the doll line was active, like, did you collect any? I would love to know all of your thoughts, comments, and opinions. So let me know in the comments down below. Okay, so I almost forgot to tell y'all about this, and this is actually a very important part. So I'm glad I remembered before I finished editing this video. But Disney actually set up a website exclusively for the Disney VIP dolls, and each doll character came with their own code. There was like a card on the inside of the box, and on the back of the code, you could go on the website and put in the code and unlock like exclusive content. Each doll had their own page. I don't know what the exclusive content was. I can never figure it out because I never got a doll, so I never got a code. But yeah, I actually thought that was like a really cool touch. And I remember that because I remember the commercials about them always talking about, that website and, getting a code with each doll and like being able to unlock special features and all of that, which always sounded really cool to me, which was another reason why I wanted them. But that's something I guess I'll never get to find out because, I'm 10 years too late. Well, more than 10 years. But anyway, yeah. If you knew what like the exclusive content was, could you like let me know in the comments down below or like DM me on Instagram or something? That would be great. Thanks. So yeah, like let's go ahead and get a conversation going about him in the comments. But thank y'all so much for watching this video. I wish that I had somebody to talk like Disney VIP dolls with. I really, really love them. And I just feel like the concept of it is just so much fun. And it's something that I wish would be explored more. Just kind of like a doll line grouping together, all the baddies of like Disney or Nickelodeon, or like another channel that just had baddies, honestly, just baddies in general, you see what I'm saying, and just like giving them dolls and so you can play with them, you feel me? Like if I wanted Hannah and Rocky and Cece to get into a little altercation, you see what I'm saying, like I could do that. I just feel like the concept of the Disney VIP dolls was very, very fun, and I really wish we had something like that now, but the doll world just kind of sucks. And unfortunately, I feel like we're never going to get something that cunty ever again. And when we did, it wasn't treated right, and that's why it got canceled so early on. I heard somebody talk about how they wish that we got a Jessie doll, and how if it would have continued, we probably would have ended up getting characters like Jessie. She would have gotten her own VIP doll. I would imagine they would end up using this outfit, like her with the pink red dress. You know what I'm talking about. And then Allie from Austin and Allie, they probably would have used this outfit. And what if like they made like their first boy doll and it was Austin from Austin and Allie? That would have been dope. And then they also most definitely would have done one for Liv and Maddie. That I would have, oh my goodness, I would have just, child, I would have been so fucking excited. Like, They really could have did that though, like giving us our first Disney VIP 2-pack with Liv and Maddie. That would have been everything. Then they could have canceled it. You feel me? We definitely should have gotten our Jesse, Allie, and Liv and Maddie. Like, what the fuck? I hate that that never happened. But anyways, thank you guys again so much for watching this video. Let me know how you feel about it in the comments down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And don't be shy to DM me. I love talking to y'all, especially about like dolls and stuff like this. But anyways, I love you guys, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.